Hello there. We are right now working on Blender. Blender is a very powerful free software for preparing 3D animations or you can say wallpaper, basically a game or anything of that sort. And let's get started. Before you do anything, absolutely anything in Blender, once you start Blender, this is somewhat how it look like. This is a little customized finally, but still this is somewhat like it's going to look like. Even after that, the first thing that you need to do is go to this particular cycles render. Just bear with me, forget about all the other options, come over here to the cycle, this particular option. It will be Blender render for you. Just make it cycles render, and then come over to the file, user preferences. Just ignore all the other buttons that are there. Just come over to the input, and then inside it select with left, because if you do not do this you will be confused to a very big extent. Once we have finished the select left, save user settings and close it. That's it. Now we are going to be moving around to this particular interface. This section over here, this is the 3D view, and over here is the property panel. Whatever objects I have over here, the properties of those objects will be mentioned over here. Now as I have selected the select with the left click, I can click on any object and that object will be selected, and I'll see three axes over here. These three axes are for us to move them to any position that we want them to, or we can just simply click on the object and move it. Now the next thing is that how do we move around in this 3D view? For that purpose you can click the middle mouse button, keep it clicked, and then move it. So you will notice that now you are moving around in the 3D view. The mouse will go around, so you don't have to worry about that. Now I can press the shift click to pan around. So if I just click the middle mouse button, I am just rotating around, and if I shift click, I am panning around. I am clicking the middle mouse button, just so you remember. Now once that is clear, we can also scroll in and out to move ahead and back. So this is how we fly around in this particular panel. So once that is done, I'll just look at this tiny thing over here. This particular thing is a cursor. This cursor helps us to, for instance, add any object, and whenever we add any object, it is placed where the cursor is, because we have to tell somehow to the software that when I add an object, it has to be placed over here, over there. For that purpose, let's add a cube. To add any object, click Shift and A. You'll see all the keys that I'm pressing over here. I'm going to press Shift and A, so I get an entire list of objects that I can add. So I'm going to just come over to the Mesh, Cube. So I have a cube added over here now. I'm just going to move it wherever I want to. Now I'm going to again add a cube. So if you notice, the cube, or no matter what I'm going to be adding, it's coming exactly where the cursor is. Now if I right click over here, I'm moving the cursor over there. Now if I press Shift A and add a cube, it will be added over there. In the same manner, if I click over here and add a cube, it will be added over there. So now I don't want those extra cubes. I'm going to just select any of those cubes, X for deleting. I'm just going to say delete, X, okay, delete it, X, delete it. I don't want those things. Now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to press S to scale object. See this? Easy. I'm going to scale it. I'm going to bring it right here. Then I can press R to rotate it around once it is all rotated and all. After that, we are going to be looking at these three things. This thing right here is the light source. This is a light, and this is a regular object, and this is the camera. These three things work together to give us our final animation, or maybe a wallpaper, whatever. So now once I'm gonna finish my work, I'm gonna look through this camera. I don't think it is in the right place. I'm gonna place it right. Yeah, it should be visible now. So now once I have finished my work, I'm gonna press the 0 key on my numpad to see over here. Once I believe that everything is correct, I'm gonna finally do something called as rendering. Rendering is the process where I tell the computer that I have finished my work and now I want to make it into an animation. So if I press F12, scene from. So there is a lot more that you can do with Blender. A lot more tutorials are out there, millions of them. You can just Now you have got millions of video tutorials out there just to help you out in Blender in each particular sections, you can say. So you can go through all of them, or as you wish, you can just post on a comment if you need anything. So if you like the video, like it and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. See ya.